Mindset is the biggest scam on the internet. And the reason for that is you don't change your mindset by getting mindset. You change your mindset through actions. But mindset is such a cop-out. It's like, oh, I learned these things and I feel better about myself because I learned something. Learning is easy. Taking in information is passive. Changing your behavior and changing your actions with any uncomfortable emotions and thoughts is active, and that's actually how you change your brain. Now, the problem is that most people are lazy. They think, oh, I just take information and I'm so smart, I'm so spiritual because I learn all these things, but they don't practice. All my clients who practice, in the beginning, of course, it's uncomfortable. Like they oh, this is so emotional because they don't do the old compulsions anymore to avoid emotions, to avoid patterns. But then over time, they get so much stronger. Everything is so much easier. They get happier because they're changing their behavior and it's constant. Instead of this placebo effect of them taking a new teaching, trying it out, being so excited about it because they think with that secret, they're finally going to change with no discomfort and just practicing a weird spiritual teaching that's like, oh, you just have to think in this way and it comes to you. And I used to think like this. That's why I have so much empathy. But that will never change anything because it's the behavior that the brain works on. And people just don't want to be uncomfortable. By chasing that comfort, you get weaker and weaker and you have more problems and more problems, more mental health problems. Everything's going to be harder because you become more sensitive, because your brain learns by what you spent your time on, what's important to you. So if you spent your time on first thing in the day, dressing in a way that other people like, trying to impress people, trying to be agreeable with people, trying to chase people's validation, your brain's like, bet, that's what you love? Okay, let me give you more emotions of insecurity and thoughts of chasing validation because I want to support you in chasing other people's validation. Your brain doesn't even know what you're talking about. It doesn't understand language. It only sees by your behavior, by you spending time on chasing other people's validation, that's what you love. And you think, oh, that's crazy, that's not what I want. Yeah, but your brain doesn't understand that. So that's why you want to change your behavior. But changing your behavior is going to mean being uncomfortable because chasing the validation and trying to be liked is comfortable, is what you want based on feelings. But what you really want is sharing yourself in a way that you value. But then you have to be with the uncomfortable feeling of risking to be embarrassed. But if you do that, you build the emotional fitness. And if you keep focusing mindfully and doing the things that you value, if you keep focusing mindfully on doing the things that you value, then you're showing your brain the new way. And then it becomes a mindset, so to say. Then it becomes normal for you to do the things that you want to do. And you're more emotionally fit. So it's really about being comfortable with being uncomfortable. And I know most of the people who are going to watch this video are going to be like, they listen to it and they're like, oh yeah, that makes sense. But they would never do the work. Because it's one thing to just watch a fucking video. This is a fucking video. This is a fucking video. You're just sitting there, passive, hearing me talk. That gives you the tool, but then you have to practice the tool. That's like saying, oh yeah, I got all the cookbooks. And then people say, oh, do you have a cook? No, I'm just getting more cookbooks. Do you play tennis? No, I'm just reading books on tennis. I'm reading lots of books of bench pressing too. Are you good at bench pressing? No, never bench press. I only read books about it. It's the same thing with doing the things you value. It's the same thing with changing your mindset. You can only change your mindset by practice. But I already know that most people who watch it will not do it because they don't want to be uncomfortable, because they're always chasing comfort in this society. And that's how people get more mental health problems, because they're chasing that certainty and they're trying to avoid that uncertainty. And then you get emotionally weaker, because by avoiding emotions is like avoiding weights. You will get weaker. So you can spend all that time on self-help. You can spend all that time chasing information, trying to get safety, and telling yourself in your brain, oh, I'm doing something positive. No, I'm doing something positive. I'm growing. No, you're not growing. You are chasing safety, and that's a compulsion. It's a regular compulsion. Even if you ask about this video, oh, am I doing this right? Should I check the video again to see if I do acting on my values right, if I do mindfulness right, if I do anything like that right, then you're still doing a compulsion because you're trying to chase safety. So what you really want to do is just being comfortable, being uncomfortable, do cognitive diffusion, differentiate between yourself and the brain, and then act on the things that you value with any emotions and thoughts. And that's how you grow. That's how you change the patterns. A big thing is to change your relationship with emotions and thoughts, and know that you are not the thoughts. You're not the thoughts that you're not good enough. You're not the thought that you miss that person or that you need that person. You literally made a story, so you are chasing that person. You want to differentiate yourself from that and accept the uncomfortable emotion. They can be there, the thoughts can be there, that's fucking okay. But now you are going to spend your time on the things that you value. I know I was walking making this video, but yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Whatever, like subscribe, not subscribe, what the fuck am I gonna do? I can't force you. I cannot force you. But practice, that's the most important thing, practice, you know? Don't use my videos for over information either, or to like, oh, maybe there's another thing that I need to know, maybe there's another thing I need to know. No, you need to literally accept any emotions and thoughts and do the things that you value, because that's how you're showing your brain that you don't react on the old pattern anymore. And if you don't react on the old pattern anymore, your brain will not give you the patterns anymore. But if you keep reacting to the patterns instead of accepting them, you will just feed them. So every time jealousy comes up, you react to it by stalking your boyfriend, you're feeding jealousy, all right? I think you guys get it for now. If you have any questions, just go to the comments, ask me. I'm a normal human being. If I see something that like keeps being repeated, I will make a video about it. With that being said, yo, practice. I hope you enjoyed it. Like, comment, subscribe, and whatever else the fuck you can do to heighten the algorithm. So this message gets out instead of all the self-help addiction, manipulate self-help addiction to say, oh, I sell you this course for $3,000 where I teach you mental stuff. No, all my courses are practicing. All my coaching, if you see me coaching, I'm gonna upload some things about me coaching, but you see that one of the most important things is that show them the practice and do it. And I always find new ways of actually doing the practice on the calls. And then of course, also giving the tools for them to understand how the brain works. But yeah, like, comment, and subscribe. I'm at my car. I'm doing star things right now.